Hello traders, welcome back to today's review on Zenith FX EA MT5. This one's been floating around the MPO5 market, priced at around $599, and the developer is pushing it hard as an advanced mechanical AI system built for gold specifically and USD Japanese yen on the H1 time frame. Let's start by looking at what the developer actually claims powers this thing. I will look over to the product page. They describe Zenith FX as the next generation of algorithmic architecture engineered for institutional level precision on gold USD and USD Japanese yen. They say built on earlier systems from the same author and integrates a reinforced neural network or framework that adapts to real-time volatility. As you can see here, liquidity shifts and cross-asset correlations between meta and major currencies. According to them, it operates autonomously, interpreting price structure across multiple time frames while synchronizing execution timing with global market dynamics. You can see here. They break the architecture into four main layers. We're going to be fast about this. We have the neural core, which they call the central intelligence layer, that possesses multi-time frame liquidity data and keeps everything in equilibrium. Then we have the adaptive signal layer. It transforms complex data patterns from gold and yen markets, Japanese yen, into actionable signals, filtering noise and adjusting risk based on volatility and momentum. Then we have the dynamic risk engine. It's supposed to continuously recalibrate position size according to volatility distribution, spread environment, and liquidity depth. And finally, we have the quantum synchronizer, a big word. Is the proprietary timing engine that aligns decisions with global liquidity rhythms across the Asian, London, and New York sessions. Now they're very clear that this is not a great martingale or averaging system, and its operational philosophy is single entry precision only when multi-layer confirmation is achieved. It prioritizes structural accuracy over trade frequency. Now over to the recommended symbols and timeframes. We have gold USD or USD Japanese yen on the H1 time frame, preferably ECN or raw spread account type. Now your minimum balance is recommended to be from 500 USD and above, and it has auto trading on or enabled. Now that's the full page straight from the developers page. They didn't mention any indicator, as you can see here, so you can operate alongside other expert advisors. And all that, now they have the usual disclaimer. This system is intended as a tool to support individual trading decision. All that, you can read all that and more. So it does not guarantee future performance. And that's the full page straight from the developers page. No entry rules are shown. No exact TP or SL values are listed in the description. It's all high-level architectural language and the claim of pure single-entry mechanical intelligence synchronized to liquidity. That was a mouthful. Let's look at the claims on the picture. You can see history quality 100, total net profit. This is 22 million. I don't know if you can see it clearly. 22,544,118 USD with an initial deposit of $10,000. We look at the profit factor 20.66, recovery factor 80.40, drawdown 27.29, pretty high, but our balance drawdown 0.10. Now let's compare this Japanese yen. Let's see if we can find gold because I did my back test on gold. You can see it over here. Looking over to the gold USD, they tested it from 2020 to 2025. They had total net profit $42,152,102. That's the total net profit. Profit factor of 35.88, coverage factor of 79.57, and similar for the profit factor in Japanese yen. We have a balance drawdown 0.97 and 35.25 for equity drawdown relative. Now let's compare this with my own results. Now I used gold USD from July 2025 to July 2026, 10,000 USD, and leverage of 1:100. Now let's talk about what we actually saw, or what I actually saw when I ran my own historical test. Now, based on historical performance, the equity curve shows a clear upward slope overall. It grew the account from 10K, as you can see here, to 51K by the end of the period. And as you can see here, we had a gross profit 203,000, gross loss 152. Our recovery factor is way lower, 0.96, and a 1.33 profit factor, which is significantly lower than the 40 and 39 that they claimed on the backtest. Our balance drawdown very high, relative drawdown or equity drawdown very high too at 54. Probably not a good profit for prop firm traders. Now our win rate was high, no doubt, around 88.5%. You can see here. With long is a bit stronger than short. But here's the thing you notice immediately when you look at the curve. Let's go back to the curve. The growth is not smooth, as you can see. There are long stretches of steady climb being interrupted by sharp deep drawdowns, like here, here, here. I'm sure you can see them without me pointing them out. Maximum equity drawdown hits 54.5%, and balance drawdown was just under 48%. We had the largest single loss, as you can see here, 18,000, compared with the largest profit of 3,000. This largest loss took a serious chunk out of the account, and that asymmetry is baked into the result. You need a high win rate to stay ahead, and when a loser does hit, it hits hard. Comparing that to the developer's claim, the live signals, and the marketed version and language talk, have very high win rates and controlled risk. My historical test delivered the high win rate part, but the drawdown and the size of the individual losses are a lot more aggressive than the polished narrative, such as let's look at the largest loss. See, still the same thing for them, which is insane. If you don't have a higher USD balance, high account balance. This loss rate can wipe you out, which is significant. The recovery factor was under 1, which means those big hits take real time and effort to dig out of. Now, my realistic verdicts, based purely on historical performance, this is a selective single entry system that can produce growth on gold H1 when conditions line up, but it carries meaningful drawdown risk and relies heavily on maintaining a very high win rate to offset the unfavorable reward to risk ratio on individual trades. Now, who is this actually for? Like I said earlier, traders who already understand this high win rates asymmetry risk system can tolerate equity swings of 40 to 55% without panic and are willing to run it on a smaller dedicated account rather than the main capital. Might find it useful. It's not for anyone who needs low and smooth drawdowns or for prop challenges with tight maximum loss rules. And of course, past results does not guarantee future performance. It's just what the historical data showed under those specific test conditions. Have you found this breakdown useful? Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment telling me which EA